So I think my phone is getting too hot and it's going to reset on me. So what I ended up doing then was pushing the plastic this way, not realizing that it actually gets more narrow there. So that was fun, pushing that through. Now, in all fairness, wasps, wind, plastic, weeds, spiders, all of it, I was in the shade. So I got that going for me. I got the plastic all the way finally rolled out here. I secured this edge here of the plastic with the wiggle wire. I secured the plastic in the track there and brought it around and secured it there, and then also secured it across here to where it ends, and then secured it up there. The back had not been secured up here, and when I cut it down here, it was flapping loose. It had actually ripped. So now it's secure up there, and it took me a while, plus the ladder and some figuring out, and there is quite a bit of plastic here to roll up, and it's really long, but I did get it. I did the cool little thing with the wiggle wire sticking out on that side and the screw on that side with the bungee wrapped around it, but this one also needed, luckily I had the rope here, and so this one also needed some clips to hold up the excess on the sides there. So I got that all done. That took a really long time to get this all cleaned up, and as you can see, the plastic finally nailed the ladder and knocked over the screws. Let's face it, it was only a matter of time. So I gotta get the magnet out here and pick those up. So that was my afternoon, and I never did get that compost dumped, and I'm not going to today. So that is where this hoop house is at. I've got to tell you, it feels way the heck better in this hoop house now. This may be the go-to hoop house for us for the next month, and I don't know that it's going to make sense to try to get this hoop house up next, since we've got 6 so far along, but I think that this side of the property is cooler than the other side of the property because it doesn't quite get the afternoon sun quite as much. Plus, it does get the morning sun because the sun in the summer comes up right over, let's see, I think it's right over there, right over that ridge, and then, you know, comes up. So it's nice because it gets the early morning sun, and you can see, I mean, it's 6 o'clock and it still gets plenty of sunlight. Now, when the sun starts getting lower and lower and lower, I mean, you can see how high it is right now. When it gets lower in the fall and the early springs, yes, this could get shadowed, but the hoop house, it doesn't start until, well, that rock that's kind of sticking out is pretty close to where the hoop house is going to be at that end. So I think I need to try to figure out a way to get Ryan out here. I think if we find the pop-up tent, that's going to make him a lot happier because he can work in the shade. This gets a lot of sun, and it's going to be really warm, and then you're working with the welding. That's not fun. So if we can find that pop-up shelter for him, I think that'll be a lot better. But yeah, so this has been needed to get cleaned up for since February. It did. I mean, this is the one that it was flying so high that it popped. It kept popping the breakers for the electric company. And the dude came out one stormy night and he said, "Hey, your plastic is hitting the wires. That's what's causing this." And so he and I came out here, and I mean, it was all out there. It was almost touching the wood out there. He and I corralled it back in here, got it over these pipes, got it scrunched down. I mean, we were just kind of like falling on it, tripping on it, doing everything on it. And then we just grabbed a bunch of the whites logs and just threw them down, and it did the trick. So now we've got the next step, and it should be super easy to roll this thing down When the summer's over, we can roll it down, and the wiggle wire is already in on the one side. I think I still have to connect it on this side. Oh no, it isn't in on this side. Oh, never mind. Okay, sweet. Yeah, so I don't know why this extra wiggle wire is sitting down here. Maybe we just had, or the track is sitting down here. Maybe we just had some left over. So that's awesome. We'll be able to just connect all this stuff up when time is ready for it. And so even back here where the soil is really nice, supposedly, it's still really bunched up. And so the next thing that I'm gonna do, and the reason I don't have a video for it is because I enjoy listening to music. It's what gets me through all of this hard, hot work. That and a lot of water. That's what gets me through this. So I listen to the music, and so I don't have my iPhone to do video while I'm doing this, like the cool guys do, and they do the speed up video and show you. I don't think you needed to see scenes where I paused and bent over and was crying for a little while. No. So that's what happened here. The goal is to then pop the next ones over here, and then throw some azomite down on both of these things. Put the precision tool. No, I'll probably put the compost on top of it, and then put the precision depth tool on it, which is essentially like the tilther when it's set at a low enough thing. And then we'll see what kind of beds we get. We may even, no, we probably won't stale seed bed them. But I think, I mean, it feels a lot cooler in here. I haven't measured the temperature, and the sprinklers, that's the other thing that's got to get, that's right, oh darn it, that's the other thing that's got to get fixed in here. Got to get the filter set up on this line, because as you can see, it's pretty dry back here. It's wet right underground, but it's still dry, and it's bone dry back in there. And when I pulled that last sprinkler up over there, it had all the silt was all in it. As soon as I opened it up, it popped and pushed it out and everything. But yeah, there's just so much silt in this line that we've got to get the filter system in here just to see if it helps it or not. So anyways, that's kind of the goal. We've got, she just told me today when I was telling you guys that we had the arugula out there that was ready to go. It's all buggy and weedy, and she doesn't like it, so we're gonna get rid of it. So we are down to this bed of arugula, these two beds of GSM, and I think there is a bed of arugula and a bed of spinach, half a bed of each of those, over in Hoop House 5, and that's it. That's all we got growing right now. Yeah. So this is the time to improve our beds, work those long hours of learning and getting this stuff ready to go. And that's what we're doing.